Good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to learn about the control structure of a PLSQL. Okay. And before going on to the PLSQL structure or PLSQL control structure statement, we have to look out for the what are the different concepts which we have to learn into the PLSQL. Okay. Generally we learned about the what is the meaning of PLSQL, what are the different control structure, not control structure actually, block structure of PLSQL. Then we learned about the different variables in identifiers, letters, and numbers which we are using in our particular. Today's topic is related with the control structure of PLSQL. Control structure is the particular structure which is normally used to control the flow of your program. Means whenever you want to declare the variable, set a variable, handle the warnings and exception, that time we have to use the control structure type of statement. And these control structure type of statements are nothing but the statement which perform certain specialized operation. And this specialized operation is used to control the flow of program, which we have to include into the PLSQL block. Okay, and generally there are the three types of control structure given here. First is the if structure, and this if structure is also called as a conditional logic structure, where the conditional operations are normally performed in the if structure. Second one is the while structure or for structure. Means this structure is normally concerned with the loop processing statement. Or if this condition becomes true, then whichever the block of code comes after this, then your till and if your that block will execute. That thing is called as a if statement. Likewise, if then else. Okay. In if then else, if keyword is here, and after that we have to place the condition, whichever the condition appropriate for the program. Then we use then keyword and its associated block. When condition becomes true, then after the then part, whatever the statement will present, that statement will execute. And when this particular condition becomes false, then else part block will execute. It is simple. If condition satisfy itself, it will execute then part. If condition satisfy unsatisfied or becomes false, then else part will execute. This is all about your if then else statement. There is also if then else if or nested if. There are the number of statements which are associated with the if then else statement. Okay. The next is the program. Depends on the if then else or if else statement. This is the given example. As we know that, as I told you before, this is a decision making statement where we change the condition and the block of a particular PLSQL includes between the declare section, begin section, and end section. Okay, declare, there we declare the variable or initialize the variable, begin, in between begin and end keyword, whatever the number of codes given here, all these number of codes are nothing but the executable command. Okay, declare, we declare the variable a of type number, okay, which holds the value 500 because it specifies the size of a is 3. Okay, here we declare a, then we use the begin keyword because as per the PLSQL block structure, begun and end are the mandatory keyword. Declare is the optional one, but if you want to declare the variable or initialize the variable, then we should use it. Okay. Then we use the command line. Check the Boolean condition using its statement. Whenever we use these two dash symbol, that means whichever the thing comes after that, that will become the command for this program. What is the command? Check the Boolean condition using its statement. Yes. What is the condition? If a is less than 20. If a is less than 20, then if this condition satisfied, then print the statement DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. A is less than 20. If this condition becomes false, then execute the else part. That is, DBMS output line, which is A is not less than 20. Okay, and after that, whichever line of code have to be executed, that is this line of code which is used to print the value of A is, and we are using this particular symbol to print the any value of any variable. This is a simple if statement, if then else statement used into the PL SQL. Whenever we are able to see declare, begin, end keyword, it means we are using the PLSQL programming. And all this PLSQL programming, normally we are able to execute the program in your DBMS command prompt. Okay, here it is the command prompt. I am already opened it. Okay, I use the SQL plus in double quotation / as this DBA double quotation complete. This statement I use here to go directly into the SQL prompt, and you are able to see that SQL prompt are available here. Okay, what is used? How we have which operation we are performing here? Only execute the block of PLSQL, and I am copying the block from here. Each and every statement is very important. I am copying the from here. Go to the command prompt, click on play. Okay. Declare A is the number is equal to 500. If A is less than 20, if this condition satisfies, then print the statement A is less than. Whenever I press the enter, it will execute that PL SQL is successfully completed. But one problem is given here. It doesn't show any output. That time, what is the main content we have to use here? We have to, okay, paste here. Every time we have to do this. When the server output is on, once again we have to copy the command from here, Control C, and go to the command prompt and paste the block. After place the block, press the enter button. Whenever we press the enter button, it shows the output. A is not less than 20, because whichever the value we assign to A is a 500, and this condition becomes false, then else part will have to be printed, and that is A is not less than 20, like this. And the next line of code is the value of A. What is the value of A? Value of A is 500, and that's why else part is executed. Okay, that thing is called as a if statement, where we control the decision block and execute the decision block and perform the certain operations. Okay, next is the looping statement. Looping statement is also called as a iterative structure, which is normally used to execute same block of code again and again. Okay, whenever the condition is tested here, firstly condition is tested, and if this condition is true, then whatever the block, that particular statement or the block will have, that block executed till this condition becomes false or becomes unsatisfied. If this condition becomes unsatisfied, then whichever the block is executed again and again, that particular block, it will stop the execution and go to the next part of a block. In decision making statement or if statement, what happens? If the condition is true, then part will execute. If the condition is false, then else part will execute. But in this looping statement, if the condition is true, the block is having that particular condition, it will execute the condition becomes false. Okay, and there are the first loop processing block is basic loop. Syntax given here, loop. Then we have to use exit keyword, and then we have to close the loop. Okay, and loop and statements which we are going to execute, and we have to close this particular exit loop, and then we have to close the loop again. Okay, we will see the result when we are going to execute the program. Let's see here. The program depends on the basic loop, which is normally specify us use the declare keyword. I is the number is equal to 1. Okay, begin loop, begin loop, then we use exit keyword, then I greater than 10, then I greater than 10, then dbms output dot put line in bracket I, and I is equal to I plus 1. Then we have to close the loop, in the loop, and in the program. Actually, why we are using this program? This particular loop is normally used to print the value of I. Now, what is the initial value of I? That is the 1. Initial value of I is the 1. And we are starting from here. And what is the main condition given here? Condition if I is greater than 10. Means till whichever the size is of I, initial size is 1, till it becomes 10. Or sorry, till it becomes 9. This particular line will execute these two lines. These two lines become true and execute till this I becomes 9. If whenever this I's value becomes 10, that time this block will exit and end the execution of a program, because it states that I is equal to I plus 1. If whichever the initial value of I is 1, then 1 plus 1 is 2. Then again it prints the value of I. Then it becomes 2 plus 1, 3. Then it becomes execute this particular line till this value becomes 10. That particular block will execute. Whenever it becomes 10, that time this particular block not execute itself and it produce the result whichever the block present after that. Okay, this is all about your basic loop. Directly going over to the loop, copy the program from here, go to the command prompt. After going over to the command prompt, go to the command prompt, paste the code, press enter. Let's see here. The result is 1 to 10. Okay, if it prints the value of I variable, which is initial value is 1, then it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Till it becomes 9, this block it executes. Look, when I 9 is less than 10, yes, it is satisfied. Then it prints this value, and the value of I is I plus 1, which is the 10. And when it becomes 10, that time 10 is less than 10, this condition becomes unsuccessful, unsatisfied itself. That time it will end the loop and end the program, and it will generate the output as from 1 to 10. This is the basic loop structure of your PL SQL block. Okay, and next important structure is a while loop. While loop is nothing but we can generally be seen this particular loop into the C programming as well as in our C++ programming. And this while loop is nothing but the entry control loop. Entry control loop. Okay, where we place the condition at starting of a loop, then whatever the statement appeared in between this particular while loop block, it will execute. After this condition becomes unsuccessful, that time it ends the loop. But whichever the lines of code we use here, same line of code used here. Only the condition changes here. Okay, here we use the condition I is greater than 10, and here we use while I is less than equal to 10. Till I it becomes less than equal to 10, this block will execute. Okay, this block becomes execute, and when this particular block will not execute itself, then I value is 11. Okay, let's copy the code from here. Copy, go to the command prompt. Copy the code from here, go to the command prompt. After going to the command prompt, enter. The result is the same as a this loop. It generates the output 1 to 10. Okay, why it is happen like that? When i's value is less than equal to 10 and initial value was 1, means 1 is less than equal to 10. Then it print the value of initial value 1, then it becomes 2. 2 is less than equal to 10. It again satisfies. Then print the value of I, which is becomes 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And when this becomes 10, 10 is less than equal to 2. Yes, it is equal to 2. Then print the value of I, which is the 10. And then initially it increased 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. And when this value becomes 11, it again transfers the control from here to condition statement, and that time the value of I is 11 and 11 is not less than equal to 10. That's why this particular loop is ended here and in the execution of a program and generate the whichever the result we are using here. Okay, suppose if you want to change the value of I, that is a 5, and let's see what happens. Copy the program from here, go to the command prompt, paste the program. Once again, you have to copy the program from here, copy, paste the program, backward, forward slash, then press enter. Let's see here. What is the output given here? Initial value is 5. So it change the value from 5 to 10. Likewise, all the control structure will work. Next control structure is the looping structure, and third example is for loop. The syntax for the for loop, this is also one type of looping statement which execute the same block till the condition satisfies itself. Okay. For counter, in is the keyword used here, and we have to mention the initial value and then final value. Loop statement in the loop. What is the initial value? Initial value is nothing but a start integer value, starting value, and final value are the last value till this particular block have to be executed. Okay, this is all comes into this for loop. Okay, let's see the example. Declare variable 1, which is of number type. Then we begin the execution of a program. Variable 1 is equal to 10. The variable 1 initialized here. Then for variable 2 in 1 dot dot 10 means 1 to 10. Loop DBMS and out variable into val2 in loop in here. Okay. Actually, what is the meaning of this? This particular statement means that the value of I variable 1 is 10 and it incremented the value of variable 2 from 1 to 10, and it prints the value of variable 1 into variable 2. Variable 1 has the value 10, variable 2 has the initial value as a 1. It's 10 into 1, 10, correct? Then 10 into 2, 20. And likewise, the result will display. Let's see there. Copy the code from here, go to the command prompt and forward slash, press enter. Let's see here. What is the value of 10? 10. Initial value 10 into 1. Then again 10 into 2, 20. Then 10 into 3, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, till 100. Why it shows the result in 100? Because the last line, last number is 10. Means we have to give the initial value as well as final value into the for loop. That's why this particular number of lines of code will execute itself and shows us a result. This is all about our looping control structure. Before we learned about the decision making statement, which is the if statement, if structure. Then we learned about the looping structure, which is normally used to iteratively execute the same block. Okay. Next structure is called as a sequential execution. And to perform this sequential execution, the statement we have to use that is called as a case statement. And this case statement is nothing but the used to choose the certain situation or condition and we match that condition into the program. Where that particular condition matches to certain statement, that particular statement will execute itself. Likewise, the syntax given here, case, and we have to put expression here. Then we use the keyword when, condition 1, then its result. When condition 2, then keyword, then its result. Likewise, when keyword, then we have to put a condition, then its result. This condition and its result has to be matched with this particular given expression. Whichever statement, condition, and result match with this expression, that particular statement will execute and close the block of case statement. Let's see here with the example. This is the example. Declare grade character of 1 A. This is the size A. What is the grade? We have to check out the grade. Okay. When the A word comes there. Okay. Then begin case grade. Grade is a variable now of type character. When A, then DBMS output put line of excellent. Then second condition B, then we have to print the statement as a very good. The third condition is C, then you have to print the statement good. D condition, print the statement average. F condition, print the statement pass with grade. Else, if this particular grade condition not matches with any of the condition given here, then what happens? It directly executes the else part. Now, what is the else part? DBMS output print line, which is comes with the statement failed. Means whichever the value stored by this grade variable value checks with this all the condition. And if any one statement matches with this grade value, that statement have to be printed. Okay. And what is the value of grade variable? That is A. And it initially matches with this first statement, which holds the value as A. Means here the grade matches with, and whichever the statement it holds, that is excellent. That is have to be printed. Okay. Let's see. Let's copy the program from here. First of all, we have to work up, then Control C, then move to the command prompt. Okay. Okay. The program which we have been copying from there, all the things are the same. Then use the forward slash and press enter. It shows the result as a excellent because we put a keyword as a